Today, we will learn how to determine the weight, dimension, and sphericity of potato and corn kernels, and figure out the relationship between these parameters. It's very important to correctly describe the shape and size of biomaterial in agriculture engineering and food processing. For example, we need to know three dimensions of potato for sorting different grades of potatoes. The information of shape and size are basic in computer image analysis and machine learning in application of AI, artificial intelligence. In corn processing, we need to know not only the length and diameter of corn ears, but also the three dimensions of corn kernels. All this information is critical for the design, application, and management of product harvesting, packaging, transportation, storage, and processing. In this video, we will learn how to measure the three dimensions of potato and corn kernels by simply use a caliper, and then use this information to correctly describe the shape and size of the potato and corn. Before measuring, get the sample of a potato and corns and a caliper ready. A pen and data sheets are also prepared for recording the measuring value. There are different types of caliper. The digit caliper may be the easy one to be used. Its measuring value can be directly read from the small screen. But the other two calipers need to be carefully and correctly read the measuring value. Before measuring, we need to know what the three dimensions of a potato are. A potato has one and only one of smallest circumscribed sphere. The diameter of this smallest circumscribed sphere is called the major diameter of the potato, which is equal to the length of the potatoes. Similarly, a potato has one and only one of largest inscribed sphere. The diameter of this largest inscribed sphere is called the minor diameter, which is equal to the height or thickness of the potatoes. If measuring different positions of a potato, we may get different diameters in between major and minor diameters. They are smaller than the major diameter, but larger than the minor diameter. However, there is a longest diameter of the smallest potato project area. It's called intermediate diameter. The major, intermediate, and minor diameter are so-called three-dimensional size of a potatoes. Before measuring, take one picture of potato with a black background and the other with a white background for records. Now start to measure the major diameter of the potatoes. To get the right value of major diameter, the potato should be measured in a right direction at the correct position. If not, the measuring may be inaccurate. Read the value of major diameter and then record in the data sheet. Secondly, measure the intermediate diameter. Read the value of intermediate diameter and then record in the data sheet. After that, measure the minor diameter, which is the shortest diameter of the smallest potato project area. Read the value of minor diameter and then record in the data sheet. Repeat the same procedure to measure the potato 3 replications. After measuring potato sample is finished, we can start to measure 3-dimension size of 20 corn kernels. Similarly, measure the major diameter and then record the number. Measure the intermediate diameter. Record the number. Measure the minor diameter and record the number. After that, determine the weight of the corn using a small scale. Record the number. Repeat the same procedure to measure 20 corn kernels. After all measuring is done, the second part of this lab is to perform data analysis. For potato measurement, the average and standard deviation of the 3 replications is firstly calculated, and then use the average to calculate different mean dimensions to show the size of the potatoes. After that, use 3 different methods to calculate the sphericity to show the shape of potato in quantity. This is an example of potato measured in 3 replications in the lab. It's very easy to use Excel to calculate the average and standard deviations. Remember, all units of the dimension should be converted into metric systems. In case millimeter is used in this lab, the results of potato measuring can be summarized in a table, or just simply show the average and standard deviation in the table. The average of 3 diameters are used to calculate geometric mean dimensions, arithmetic mean dimension, and sphericity of the potatoes. The data analysis of corn measuring include calculating the sphericity of the corn and performing regression analysis to find out the best prediction equations of corn kernel weight based on the size and shape. It's very easy to use Excel to calculate the sphericity of corn based on the geometric mean dimension and major diameter. This is a data example of 20 corn kernels measured in the lab. By using the Excel, the sphericity of all 20 corn kernels can be calculated in seconds. After that, perform a regression analysis on corn kernel weight as a function of the sphericity to get a prediction equation with the regression coefficients r squared. Perform a regression analysis on weight versus major diameter. Perform a regression analysis on weight versus intermediate diameter. Perform a regression analysis on weight versus minor diameter. Eventually, find out the best prediction equation of cone kernel weight with the largest coefficient, R squared.